He said, now that you've reflected, the first area I want you to remove is the area of racism in your society. Why? Because he knew when the human reflects, there'll never be a racist human being. Because what am I? Yes, because I'm a certain color, I'm better than another human. No, we were both sons of Adam, created from dust. You found that the first part of his biography was he spoke out against racism of any type. As in, how did Bilal come to Islam? Bilal came to Islam when one day he saw Ammar ibn Yasir was captured. When Ammar ibn Yasir was captured, the early aristocrats of Quraysh looked at Ammar and they said to Ammar, "Oh Ammar, are you the one who's trying to come forward and you're trying to say that Muhammad's religion is the one we should follow?" Ammar said, "Yes." He said, "Explain to me Muhammad's religion." He replied by saying, "The Prophet talks of one God, and that God is one who is merciful to his creation. He has given them free will, and that God has a day of judgment where he will judge us, but he will not judge us on our race. He'll judge us on our consciousness of his presence." Bilal was standing there, he was a slave. At that moment, Bilal, one of the people said, "Bilal, torture Ammar." Bilal said, "No." He said, "What? Bilal, you black slave, torture Ammar." He said, "No." "How dare you, Bilal? We brought you up, torture." He said, "I have never heard of a message where there is a religion where a man with my skin complexion is protected, where a man of my skin complexion is honored." Notice here that Bilal, when he came towards Islam, it's because number one, there was the avenue of reflection by the Prophet. He allowed the religion to be intellectually spread, not emotionally. Intellectually there was a spread. When Bilal heard this, Bilal would later on, the Prophet would destroy any area of racism. How? He would come forward and say, when he reached Medina later on, the Prophet would come forward and say that I want someone to call for prayer. The people came forward and they said, "Who is it that you're going to call?" He said, "Bilal, go up and recite the adhan." In one step, he destroyed racism right from the beginning. Therefore, number one, racism, Rasulullah taught that is to be destroyed from the beginning of his message. Number two, not only do you respect people of different races, learn to respect people of different religions. Because in the early years of his prophethood, his companions were being tortured. So the Prophet came to Ja'far ibn Abu Talib, Ja'far the son of Abu Talib. He said to him, "Ja'far, go to Abyssinia, leave with the companions." Ja'far said to him, "Where shall we go and why?" He said, "Ja'far, go to Abyssinia because you will meet a Christian priest." Notice the message. On the first level, he wants to remove racism. You respect other humans. Then number two, respect people of other religions. If their principles are the same as ours, then they are closer to us than people of our religion who are hypocrites with our principles. Ja'far goes to Abyssinia and he meets the Christian priest. Amr ibn al-As is alongside Ja'far. When Ja'far comes, the Abyssinian priest says to Amr ibn al-As, "Who are these people?" Ja'far replies by saying what? He replies by saying, "We are people who believe in all the prophets and the final prophet of God, who spoke about Jesus, son of Mary." When the priest heard this, he said, "What does your book say about Jesus, son of Mary?" He said, "Our book says that Jesus, son of Mary, was born from a virgin birth, and a chapter is named after his mother, Maryam." This Abyssinian priest, the Prophet could have easily said, "But he's a Christian and they believe in crucifixion and we don't believe in crucifixion." No, he is a fellow believer in God and there is more in common between us than there are differences. Notice the attitude at the beginning of the religion. It wasn't an attitude like some Muslims today, where they don't look at another human being as a fellow member of humanity, rather they look at them as disbelievers. The early message was what? Number one, no racism. Number two, respect people of other religions, because those people have principles which we preach and understand. And that's why Ja'far, because of this, was allowed to stay in Abyssinia and build the early Muslim community in Africa. That was number two. Number three, in the early years in Mecca, he noticed, not only respect other humans, not only respect other religions, respect the other gender as human beings.